Cast your thoughts back to the golden age of journalism, a time when newsrooms bustled with energy, typewriters clacked, and journalists with their noses buried in piles of documents were on a relentless pursuit of truth. It was an era when journalism was a beacon of hope, a watchdog for democracy, and a voice for the voiceless. Journalists were the gatekeepers of information, revered and trusted for their integrity and objectivity. Fast forward to the present day, the landscape of journalism has drastically transformed. The advent of the digital era, social media, and the 24-hour news cycle have reshaped the way we consume news. The typewriter has been replaced by the keyboard, the newsroom by virtual platforms, and the gatekeepers of information, well, they've multiplied. The line between news and entertainment has blurred, giving rise to infotainment. Sensationalism often trumps objectivity, clicks often outweigh credibility, and news often caters to what the viewer wants to hear rather than what they need to know. The watchdogs of democracy are now shackled by the chains of ratings, views, and shares. The quest for truth is overshadowed by the race for viral content. Yet, amidst this sea of change, the essence of journalism, the pursuit of truth, still flickers like a resilient flame. There are still journalists who brave the odds, dig deep, and bring forth stories that spark conversations and instigate change. They continue to uphold the values of integrity, impartiality, and public service that form the bedrock of journalism. But the responsibility doesn't rest solely on the shoulders of journalists. As consumers of news, we hold the power and the responsibility to shape the future of journalism. We can choose to be passive consumers, swept away by the currents of sensationalism and misinformation. Or we can choose to be active participants, critical thinkers who question, probe, and demand accountability. So, the next time you consume news, pause for a moment. Look beyond the headlines, question the source, cross-verify information, and most importantly, think critically. Remember, your news consumption habits can either fuel the fire of sensationalism and misinformation or contribute to the revival of quality journalism. Because the state of journalism isn't a reflection of the journalists alone, it's a reflection of us, the consumers. And it's up to us to ensure that journalism isn't dead, it's just evolving. So ask yourself again, is journalism really dead? Or is it waiting for us to breathe life back into it?